Hello everyone, good morning everyone. This is Trusted Emmanuel, Trustworth FX. It's yet another episode, and on this episode, I'm going to be your friend and your tutor. We want to do a breakdown analysis, a top-down analysis on Euro AUD. On this episode, we're going to be learning a lot. I'll be breaking down the charts and from the higher time frame, from the monthly time frame down to the 4-hour time frame, and I'll be showing you what I know in the chart and what I'm actually looking for. So basically, if you're just meeting me for the first time, please do well to smash the notification bell. Just subscribe, please. Subscribe. So whenever I post things like this, you're able to see it. So I haven't said that on this episode, I'm going to be your friend and your tutor. We're just going to look at the chart together and break down the chart. So I haven't said that. Let's dive into the chart. So on my chart here, on my screen here, this is the 1 month time frame. This is a monthly time frame, and as you can see, price has been giving us a series of higher high. Let me just, as you can see, price has actually been giving a bullish movement on the monthly time frame. As you can see from this point, we broke market structure here. I think we've been coming from this guy. We've been coming from this zone here. I think there's a fair value gap there. There's a fair value gap here. Yes. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, there's a fair value gap here, and price actually reacted from that fair value gap, and we broke market structure here. So basically, what we want to see, price return into discount levels. Let's use the Fibonacci tool to measure this. So from this point to this high, want to see price return to discount, and presently price is actually at discount zone. So basically what can we see as we with what I'm seeing currently, we took out this high and price left this other block. Price left this other block with a monthly demand zone, a very high potential PDRA, a very high potential institutional reference point that we expect price to get to. So what I can see, after price tapped into this fair value gap at the right hand side, let me draw this fair value gap well. So be able to see it. As price came into this fair value gap, as you can see, price came into this fair value gap and we rallied up, we broke market structure. So after that was done, we had price created this demand zone. This is a monthly demand zone, a very strong, powerful monthly demand zone, and created a structural liquidity here. So basically, we want to see price come down to this guy, take this guy, and we rally up. So basically, this is what happened. After the rally, we came down and we took this. So basically, what we want to see from this point is a rally up. To take out that draw on liquidity. So on the monthly time frame, price is currently bullish. On the monthly time frame. So let's move down to the weekly time frame to know what price is really saying at the moment. So as you can see on the weekly time frame, after price reacted from that monthly fair value gap, you see we came into that gap and we did a multiple tap on that gap on the weekly time frame. We did a multiple tap here. Price went up, tapped it, and we had a shifting market structure at this zone. We had a minor shifting market structure, and after that happened, price returned back to discount zone, I guess, and we broke market structure to the upside. So basically, we want to see price return back to the discount zone, and that's what happened. Now, if you look closely, there's a demand zone at this point, known as an order block at this guy here, this order block. So let me highlight that. Let me just mark it out. So this order block, you see that price came back to that order block. And immediately price tapped that order block. We had this reduction this rejection, immediately price tapped that other block. We had this rejection and we went up and we came down, and price is currently trying to find a sort of support at that zone. We'll probably break market structure here on the weekly time frame, and we have a retest. I want to see us have a retest like this, of this nature, then we'll push higher. So right now on the weekly time frame, price is still currently bullish. Price is currently bullish on the weekly time frame. So let's look what is happening on the daily, on the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, immediately price came into this zone, tapped this zone the second time. We had a shift in market structure here, like we had a sweep in market structure at this zone. After this happened, we had a shift in market structure, and after that happened, we had a break in market structure. Let me call this an MS, a market structure shift at this zone. We had a market structure shift at this zone. So we basically want to see price return back to discount before we can trade. But this is not the way I trade. Actually, I work with weekly sweep. It's just a CRT model. Maybe as time goes on, I will do a video explaining what is CR3. So maybe as time goes on, I'm going to do a video explaining CRT model and how I trade it. It's called candle range theory, and how I trade it. Actually, I work with the weekly time frame. I don't have business with the daily time frame. I'm more like a swinger. I work with the weekly time frame. I don't really have business with the daily time frame. So let's see what is happening on the weekly time frame. If we could get a candle, a CRT on the weekly time frame. So as you can see from this zone, as you can see from this level, let me take all this thing off. Let me take that guy off. Let me take this guy off. Okay. So as you can see, immediately price came into this zone. We rallied up a little bit and we dropped back to that same zone. And if you check carefully, we had a sweep of market structure here. We had a sweep of market structure at that low. We had a sweep of market structure, and basically we had a sweep of market structure here. To make it more advanced, we had a sweep of market structure at this low. But I want to work with this internal sweep, this sweep here, and that's just what I want to work with on this video. So I haven't seen this sweep on the weekly time frame. Let's move down to the 4-hour time frame to see what price is currently doing at the moment. So on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, this is the low that was swept. This is the low that was swept. As you can see, this low was swept, and I want to see a shift in market structure, like a market structure shift at this high, and this is exactly what we saw. There's a market structure shift at this high there, at that level, and I want to wait for a structural liquidity. The structural liquidity is something like this. Let's say, for example, price is moving and we had a market structure, sweep of market structure, and we had a market structure shift. We had a market structure shift. We want to see something like a structural liquidity, a failure to swing at this level that breaks market structure, and return to take out that structural liquidity to the zone. Then we push higher for potential trade profit. So basically what I can see here, price moved up, took out this low and moved up, gave us this minor swing low. We moved up a little bit, and basically we consolidate into this fair value gap. There's a fair value gap here. Let me highlight this gap. There's a gap here. Sorry, all these things. Alright, so there's a gap here. Price came into this gap and filled it, then price rallied. So price rallied and broke market structure at this at this zone, at this level. Price broke market structure there. So basically what I want to see happen on this chart now, on this pair now, I want to see this structural liquidity taken out. I want to see a graph of this structural liquidity and a potential trade entry from this zone. Potential trade entry from this zone. So what I'll be looking at from this on this chart is to see that price came. Is to see that, okay, I want to take my trades from this zone. Basically, this is what I'll be doing. I'll be taking this trade. Roughly, I'll be taking that trade. So basically, what I want to see price move down, take out this structural liquidity, take out this low, then we'll react from this zone, then we'll push higher to this draw on liquidity. So this is roughly what I'm seeing on Euraud AUD. Please, if you find this video helpful, you learned a lot from this video, do well to just subscribe to this channel and like this video, comment to this video, so that YouTube is going to push this content forward. So thank you for watching. See you at our next video. Stay safe.